Well, I'm going to talk about various things, but I'd rather not say, because if I say, maybe it's going to take some of the guilt off. I think what's going to, this is 𝗙𝗍𝗋. When I look at this, when I look at what's happened in this country, so much with the elections, when I look at how rigged our elections are, look at Spencer Pratt. Spencer Pratt was an easy number 2 and maybe number 1, but certainly number 2.
Dude, number 2, if you're talking about the shit in the toilet, yes, then Spencer Pratt was a number 2. Think about this, guys. Think about what is going to happen on Thursday night. Just think about the fact that the President of the United States is going to have a prime time press conference, nationally televised, likely from the Oval Office, to make outrageous conspiracy theory allegations that, were generated by Sidney Powell and crazy shit that's already been shut down in court, mind you, and shut down through threats of a lawsuit. And he is going to unveil this stuff as truth about an election 6 years ago with no, courtroom level evidence whatsoever. And we don't even know if it's going to be him. It could very well be an AI address. I mean, we'll see if there's reporters in the room. But holy fucking shit, guys. This is like Richard Nixon, X-1000, the crooked. There's 2 things happening, okay? In January, I tweeted this. January 3rd, right after Venezuela, the Epstein redaction explanations were due, and Trump keeps talking about Maduro and elections. Is Trump going to trade Maduro his freedom, like the Honduran president, in exchange for lies about election rigging? He basically telegraphed this. The minute the Maduro thing went over, for a week, all Trump did was talk about the elections and how Venezuela was an actor in the elections. And I'm like, holy shit. We know that this shit is coming, okay? And Ron Filipkowski was sounding the alarm about this today too. There was a rumor a couple weeks ago that Trump was looking to make a deal with Maduro to let him out of prison if he testifies that Hugo Chavez rigged the election for Biden, which was Sidney Powell and Rudy's insane conspiracy theory. Now, guys, obviously, if the election could be rigged, we would have fucking rigged it in 2024, right? Come on. We wouldn't have given them every branch of government. So, yeah, there's no rigging. But this, though, it came on the heels of this announcement that President Trump's Thursday speech is expected to address newly declassified intelligence reports that the White House says reveal plans by foreign nations to interfere in the 2020 election. And then, Ron did go on to say this will perhaps be the most insane address to the nation that has ever been given by an American president. And I'm sure it will be. And I wonder if it's going to be another one of those speeches that look like AI with the hands, right? Where he never stops talking. Is it going to be AI Trump or is it going to be real Trump? However, there is an ulterior motive here, guys. And the ulterior motive is about the SAVE Act. Okay? I believe that Trump believes if he creates a big enough aha that he will be able to convince the senators to, bypass the filibuster and try to bang the SAVE Act through. Okay? That's part one. He wants to create a shitstorm, hope it radiates to the senators and forces their hand, and that they'll do his bidding and do something borderline illegal or try to get rid of the parliamentarian, right? something like maybe this will get the SAVE Act through. That's motive number one. I don't know that he's going to have success on that realm. But motive number two is to just create a general distrust of the election and of the election results. Trump is creating a narrative that the Democrats are cheating again. Okay, that's why this is coming up now. Because if he can convince people that 2020, they're cheating, then he's like, that's what they're doing right now in 2026. So therefore, the election results that happen are going to be invalid. So therefore, we got to turn them over, guys. We got to, when we lose, we got to unlose. And man, this is going to be crazy. Because, guys, he's still talking about 6 years ago. And there better be some media pushback, guys. I mean, I know independent media is going to be pushing back, but there better be mainstream media pushback against this. Because I'm getting goddamn tired of Trump being able to tell lies upon lies upon lies upon lies upon lies. And it just goes unchecked to where his lies just become generally accepted truths. And that is some horseshit. And now let's look at him fucking going off here. Here he's setting the table for this thing today on this fucking piece of shit's channel.
You have a primetime address scheduled for Thursday. Some competing ideas, what it's about. Can you give us a preview at all? What will happen Thursday night?
Well, I'm going to talk about various things, but I'd rather not say, because if I say, maybe it's going to take some of the guilt off. I think what's going to, this is 𝗣𝗙𝗋𝗚. When I look at this, when I look at what's happened in this country, so much with the elections, when I look at how rigged our elections are, look at Spencer Pratt. Spencer Pratt was an easy number two and maybe number one, but certainly number two.
Dude, number two, if you're talking about the shit in the toilet, yes, then Spencer Pratt was a number two. Spencer Pratt never, ever had a chance of fucking getting close to that fucking election. Not a chance, dude. LA is 85% fucking Democrat, LA County. 15% are Republicans. Dude, Spencer got 30% of the vote. He way outperformed. But he was never going higher than that. Give me a fucking break, dude.
And all of a sudden they had the mail-in ballots pour in, and Spencer Pratt was gone. That was in Los Angeles. Spencer Pratt was gone.
Gone.
And that was easy. And who beat him in no name, who was all of a sudden, so great?
She's not a no name. Dude, 𝗙ጽia is a very well-known progressive, more popular than Karen Bass. 𝗙ጽia is going to win in November. I think 𝗙ጽia is going to beat Karen Bass. 𝗙ጽia Rahman is going to be the mayor of LA. She was not an unknown. She's an unknown to Trump because Trump's a fucking moron, and all he watches is the hills, right? Fucking.
And she got practically 100% of the votes from the mail-in ballots. The whole thing, our elections are crooked, and we've got to straighten them out. We got to have voter ID, we got to have proof of citizenship, and we have to do something about the mail-in ballots.
Again, our elections are crooked, but in the last major election, they won the Senate, they won the House, they won the fucking presidency. So, why is the media letting him say our elections are crooked? Then why is the media not demanding, okay, so you're saying you guys all cheated, right? The Republicans nationwide cheated because you're saying the elections are crooked, but you just won everything. So either you're lying and the elections aren't crooked, or you guys are the crooked ones. Which is it, President Trump? And there will not be one more press conference. We will not film a single press conference from you again until you admit this, because we're tired of this harangue on the truth. Okay? You admit right now that you lost 2020, or show us some evidence file a court case or we're done with you. You know? I mean, come on, man. At some point, we have to stand up for this goddamn country. These fucking idiots, bro.
We got to have voter ID, we got to have proof of citizenship, and we have to do something about the mail-in ballots, which are just corrupt, crooked, and should not be allowed.
Yeah, fuck you, Trumpy. You fucking piece of shit. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.